First tonight, Rockdale County becomes the latest metro community to remove a controversial monument.
The pillar and statue honoring Confederate veterans stands in the front of the county courthouse on Main Street in Conyers.
Our John Sherrick is live on the scene for us tonight. John, tell us what's happening right now. Have they started to remove it?
Now, they're scheduled to start removing it in a few minutes, and two different crowds are here right now. Those for the monument, those against the monument. They are debating each other loudly, passionately, but peacefully. Conyers police are here too. This removal has been years in the making. The Confederate Memorial Monument has been here on Main Street in Conyers in front of the old Rockdale County Courthouse since 1913. 107 years. The local chapter of the United Daughters of the Confederacy raised the money to erect it then, to honor Confederate soldiers from this area killed in battle in the Civil War. But in recent years, especially, people striving for racial unity and justice, not wanting to honor a confederacy of slavery, campaigned to remove the monument. And now, the chair of the Rockdale County Commission says he found a way in state law to issue an executive order to remove the monument tonight. Commissioner Sherry Washington says this is just a start. And Rockdale County native and UNC student Imani Williams, who was part of a social media campaign to remove it, says the community can be proud.
You know, that's just the beginning. Now we have to have serious conversations about racial equity, and we have to have serious conversations about economic empowerment moving forward. And I want this community to be just as adamant about achieving those goals as they are about taking down a monument.
And I just want all the young kids out there to know anything that you put your mind to, you can do it. I think about how I have literally become my ancestors' wildest dreams. And so when I see that statue come down tonight, I just know that I didn't do it alone. And I'm just so elated and happy that I was just fortunate enough to be part of it.
Right now, the county is just beginning a ceremony just on the other side of those crowds in advance of removing the monument. We've heard a lot of people booing, others cheering. They're going to remove the monument tonight and then put it into storage as they decide where to keep it permanently. Back to you.